Hello, good evening. Can you see me and can you hear me? All right, so today is day 4 already. So, who is here with me? If you can see me and you can hear me, please let me know in the comment section. All right, if you can see me and hear me, please let me know. All right, okay. Sorry, all right. So, good evening, good evening, good evening, amazing parents. Thank you so much for joining me. Good evening. So today is day 4 already, right? So Hassana, good evening. Busola, good evening. All right. So you can see me and hear me clearly. Three days, and already we're learning a lot of things. How's the experience been? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you, and I hope we are ready. We're ready, ready, ready. If you're ready, tell us how the experience has been, and type ready, ready, ready. So let's see some emojis. Give me your favorite emoji. All right, so that I would know that you are here with me. Okay, so today is day 4. All right, let me introduce myself again. Okay, I'm a positive parent coach and the founder of the Positive Parenting Academy. Okay, it's an online academy that helps parents to overcome the challenges that come with parenting, right? So part of what we do is we run a positive parent circle, all right, for parents all through the year. Well, registration has closed because we've already started at 2024 in November. However, you can actually book a slot. Okay, you can book a slot for 2024, and you can also look out for the courses that we offer throughout the year. Okay, so we have 3 courses that we offer. Yell less, connect more, for all these yelling parents. I used to be a yelling parent. Okay, so we offer that course. We also offer the healing your inner child. Okay, because there are so many cases I've seen, with parents having unresolved childhood experiences, and that tends to play out in the way they relate with their children. So we offer that course as well. The Yell Let's Connect More is in March. The Healing Your Inner Child is in June. And then the other course we offer is Boosting Your Child's Learning Experience. So a lot of parents, are worried about their child's performance in school. They want to get extra lesson teachers, but getting extra lesson teachers is not really the problem, okay? If you can learn some strategies that would unlock the genius in your child using brain-friendly, strategies, you're going to improve your child's learning performance. So boosting your child's learning performance, we run that course in September. So you can look out for any of these courses, but registration for the Positive Parent Circle has closed. We also have the Skilled Kids Club, which will be launching or starting in January. The slots have been filling up, okay? So I'm sure we have parents on this live session that have already booked their slots and are waiting. So if we have parents here, just write yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we have parents that have already signed up their children for the Skilled Kids Club. All right, so that is it. So today is day 4. Yes, Kotun, you are welcome. So Busola says ready. Oluwakemi is ready. All right, so today is day 4, and we're supposed to find out the most embarrassing thing that happened to your child. Yes, so Hassana has signed her daughter up, okay, for the Skill Kids Club hub. So what are you waiting for? All right, so sign up and be a okay. So the slots are filling up. Sign up. Once we hit the number, we're going to close registration. Okay, so don't sleep on this. Don't snooze. I found out that a lot of times what parents usually struggle or have challenges with is from the fact that your children lack certain skills, right? They lack certain skills, and if you're able to build those skills, most of the challenges you have, will no longer be a challenge. All right. All right, so today is day 4. The most embarrassing thing that happened to your child and what they did about it. So let us hear in the comment section. All right, before I share my own experience. Wumi, good evening. You are welcome. Okay. So what was that embarrassing thing? There's a lot we're going to learn from this day 4 challenge. You know, I've just been laughing because I all right, so can I see us in the comment section? What was the most embarrassing thing that has happened to your child and how did they handle it? Okay, so while we are waiting for that, remember we've been having the Know Your Child More 21. We've talked about our children's favorites. We've talked about what else? We've talked about what they love, what would they want to change about themselves, and the 3 words that best describe them. So today we're talking about the most embarrassing thing. So I want to see us in the comment section, right? Embarrassment is a very important emotion that we should not dismiss, okay? It is one of the emotions that we feel. It is one of the emotions that we feel. So in the positive parent circle, okay, we spent 2 months, teaching emotional intelligence. And one of the things we emphasize is naming emotions. Okay, so because I've realized that most times children throw tantrums or they act out because so there is a skill even as parents. Okay, so Hassana says, my daughter's most embarrassing moment was when she messed herself up at school. She said the other kids didn't laugh or mock her, but she felt so embarrassed. Okay, so how did she handle it? So by handling it now, I'm asking, how did she talk to herself about it? Was she able to, just get back to her usual, or did she dwell on it? Did she start? Okay, so I want to know how did she handle it? So if you can hear me, so when it happened, how did she get back to being herself? What were the things she was saying? How did she communicate it to you, about what happened? So I want to see others in the comment section as well. Okay, what was the most embarrassing thing? So like I was, okay, and the thing is, your children this age, in fact children generally, this is one emotion that they will feel a lot of times, and they would come to you, to tell you. Okay, so we should pay attention to this. Embarrassment is one big emotion, and like I tell the parents in the positive parent circle, all emotions are good. Okay, there is no emotion entitled to the emotion. Okay, it's what now is the issue is how you act upon it, how you process it, and what you do with the emotions. That is where the problem lies. But emotions in itself is good. So Wumi says, my first daughter said she took her younger sister to her Sunday school class at age 7, and a particular teacher refused to allow her drop her sister because she thinks she's just 10. Okay, so Kotun says there was no embarrassing experience. So Hassana said she was gloomy. We talked about it. I asked her what happened. She told me she got carried away and didn't get up to pee on time. Okay, so what did you tell her, Hassana? What did you tell her? I will come to that. So Wumi says she said they practically shouted on her not to sign and that she should allow her parents to bring the 7-year-old girl themselves. Okay, so my daughter's experience, right? She said they were playing, and she was laughing so hard and somehow she fell, and then her skirt went up and they saw her underpants, right? And the person, okay, so can you see me and hear me? Today my network is just being funny. All right, Okay, I told her accidents happen, but we need to take measures to prevent some accidents, like being careful. Okay, so if you can still see me and hear me, please let me know. So my daughter, she fell, and then they saw her pants, and then somebody said it. So I now asked, what happened. She said she felt embarrassed. Okay, however, she was like, it was no big deal. She just stood up, and went on to playing and doing whatever it is. Now you need to follow up on kids. Okay, you discuss with her till when she's able to go. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So you need to understand that you trivialize it. Maybe when your child comes to tell you something, or maybe you go to an event, and maybe somebody talked to them the way they didn't like, or something happened. A lot of times we trivialize what our children are going through. We make it feel like it's no big deal, it's nothing. What are you embarrassed for? Abeg, just leave it. I tell the parents in the positive parent circle, part of the principles is that we emphasize mutual respect. So that your child felt a particular way, you must validate that feeling. Never trivialize it. Okay, never trivialize it. So Wunmi says her second daughter told her that the day she fell off the swing, hit her forehead, they laughed at her and said it was okay. So Hassana says, I asked her what she would do to prevent it from happening. She said she will regulate her water intake, go to the restroom early enough. Okay, so I had a parent that one of the parents in the positive parent circle actually had this challenge of the child bedwetting, and we had a session on that. Okay, so you need to look into it. So what I was saying, all right, don't trivialize their embarrassment. They will be embarrassed about things that obviously for you don't think it's a big deal, but never trivialize because it's an important thing. And then how they handled it is a feedback esteem, on their being confident of themselves regardless, knowing that mistakes are okay, knowing that it's not about perfection. And that still goes back to how you relate with them at home. So if you're always so mad when they do something, you shame them, you shame them and all of that. So the bedwetting session is exclusively for the positive parents, the parents in the positive parent circle. All right, so if you want a session, you have to book. Okay, you need to what's the word now, you need to understand and observe how they react to these embarrassing situations, because it reflects how their self-esteem is. Okay, for a child that picks their self back up, say some positive self-talk, tells themselves like, look, this is not me. Okay, it happens, things like this happen, I will be better next time. But if you listen to children and something like this happens to them and they are like, oh, I'm always like this, why can't I ever do things right? Maybe they just hate me, that's why they are talking like this. All those negative self-talk, pay attention. And again, most times a lot of children that do this negative self-talk are usually the children that are auditory learners. Okay, and that is why affirmations is key. So in the Skilled Kids Hub, we have a creed that we're going to be using. Amazing stuff that's going to happen, because these are skills. Self-esteem is a skill you need to build in your child. Embarrassments will happen, like I said, it's an emotion. Of course, we all feel embarrassed. Maybe somebody said something to us, or maybe our dress tore in public. I remember I remember once my dress tore. Okay, so I'm back. So I was really embarrassed that day. It was the shawl that saved me. If not, my dress tore, and it was such an embarrassing moment. So Listen. Okay, so can you hear me now, please? I think I just got logged out briefly. Okay, so Wumi says she discussed with me about it, and I told her the next time she should not just keep quiet when they laugh at her, but tell them she doesn't like what they did. Right. Now, because like I said, one, okay, it helps you to know their level of self-esteem and then to build it. Self-esteem skills, so that they don't fall prey to bullies. So like my daughter, of course, the ways to teach these skills depends on how your child learns. So we used to do a lot of role play. I remember the first time, you know, then when she was just in, I think, grade 1 or 2, there was this girl that was always, you know, bullying her, telling her, if you don't bring your toys, you know, I won't be your friend. It was such a problem. And, you know, considering her personality, I needed to build her. So we went to do role plays. Oh, we role play bullying. We kept on until I built her confidence. So most of the times, yes, once in a while, you know, that feeling of, you know, not being not measuring up and all that, but we should understand that it's from home. How do you talk to them? You know, like we said the other time, are you focusing on, that's the one you want to dwell on. So we should always try to build them, okay? Because as they are going to the world, right, it is what we have built in them that they would use to face the world. The world does not care about them. The world doesn't know what makes them. We are the ones, okay? We understand them. We know their personality. So you need to start building them. First of all, you need to model, okay? How do you even react when you're embarrassed? They are watching. Remember, you are their role model, okay? You are the first person they look up to before any other person. Then how serious do you take their complaint when they come to you? You say, leave that one. Is that the thing that made you embarrassed? No, it's nothing much. Don't do that, because you minimize the thing that is a big deal. Embarrassment is a big deal for them. So please, parents, if there's anything you will take today, don't minimize it. Validate them. Even share your own experiences of how you were embarrassed, so that they will know that it's not just something that, you know, and then don't overreact. Like, you know, when it happened, how could you, you know, they are feeling embarrassed already as it is. Then you now worsen the matter by, you know, shouting on them. How can you go and pee on yourself, big girl like you? How can you do this? No, let us not do that, because like we said the other day, how you talk to them becomes their inner voice. And you know, they come and complain. I hope, please, if you can still hear me, and see me, let me know, okay? So just write in the comment section, you know, what I've mentioned. I've said 3 things, ways that we can help them with embarrassment. Let me see you in the comment section. Now, the 4th thing I'm going to talk about is praise, okay? So when they come to you and then they tell you how they handle the situation, praise them. Positive reinforcements, okay? Tell them, wow, I like the way you handled it, you know. You did not just keep quiet, you know. I like the way you spoke up. I like the way you did not make it look as if, oh, there's something wrong with you. You know, you were building yourself and saying, oh, this is something. Yes. So the first thing I said, model, okay? Model by you how you react to embarrassment, okay? Yes. The second thing I said is take them seriously. Do not trivialize the embarrassing moments. Embarrassment is a big emotion for children. Please, let us take notes. One emotion that they will feel a lot of times. Okay, so it's a feedback. Listen to them. And then the third one, overreacting. Like Wumi says, don't say big girl like you, you know. And then the 4th one I said, praise. Okay, Dr. Bessa is just joining in. Good evening, you are welcome. So if you join in, just drop your own feedback from today's challenge, okay? And then the 5th thing is perspective. So a lot of times, yes, role play. A lot of times, the anxiety, because a lot of times what comes from embarrassment is that the child feels either anxious or avoidance, okay? There's either anxiety or avoidance. So when this thing has happened, they're like, oh no, They can't, some of them say they don't even want to go to school the next day, depending on what caused the embarrassment, right? So they are anxious. When I go to school, people will start laughing at me. Oh, this is the person that was weak, this is the person that fell and we saw her pants, you know. So again, it boils down to their self-esteem. If your child is anxious and is avoiding, so you need to help them change perspective. Okay, so for instance, most times think about the things we worried about, you know, that at the end of the day it didn't happen. It's just our perspective. Maybe something happened, we'll say, oh, when I go out, everybody's just going to be laughing at me, you know, and people don't really care. So tell them, see, people have gone on with their life. You're there thinking that they are thinking about what happened. They have their own problems, they have their own things to face. So help them see, you know, that perspective, that life is not about you. They may have seen what happened, but they won't dwell on it. So you should not as well. Okay, that is perspective, that is thinking. So these are 5 ways you can help them, all right, with those embarrassing moments. And anything they say, please, it's feedback. It's feedback. Even as parents, we need to learn. You know, you cannot, these things, you know, some of these things I'm saying are excerpts from the book I just finished writing. It's gonna, you know, the pre-order is gonna be out soon. This is one book you should read. So I'm all about skills. You know, in that book I share the skills. You know, like I said, you can't give what you don't have. They come and tell you something. The reaction alone is enough to just make them feel bad, right? So we also need emotional intelligence. So I shared skills that parents need to learn, and then these 3 skills, critical skills that you need to be teaching your children. That book is very practical. So watch out for the pre-order, okay? Because you are going to get value when you read that book. It's a book for keeps. All right, so I don't know if you have any questions. We can continue in the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much, everyone that joined. I see you. You know, I can see the top 3 parents already that have been following. Okay, I want to shout out to all the amazing parents that joined today. Hassana, Busola, Kotun, Oluwake. All right, Kotun, I see you as well, Dr. Bessa. Thank you so much for joining. Sorry, my network. I was just saying thank you for joining. Okay, I hope this was insightful, and I hope that we will go and start putting these things in practice. Okay, so let us go to the WhatsApp group. Go and make noise. Let our comments be raving. Go and tell us what you learned today and what you'll be doing differently. If you haven't signed your kids up for the Skill Kids Hub, all right. So see you, Dr. Bessa. I see you. Thank you so much. I don't take your time for granted. All right, so have an amazing night rest, and bye for now.